Well, hello and welcome into Senior Info. We're going to be here every month, the
Yes.
first Thursday of the month.
That's right.
So the first Thursday in November, which would be, let's see, the election's on the 3rd, that'd be the 5th.
The 5th.
Yeah,
Yep.
wow. And we probably still won't know who the president is.
Probably not. But yeah.
But that's for another show.
Please.
Of course, Kelly is here tonight, but also we have Ron Allen.
Hi,
and
everybody.
We're gonna talk
Tai Chi.
Tai Chi.
We've been talking a lot, just waiting for the cameras to turn on. Just the history of the town, and there's some news. I'll let Kelly spill the beans on the.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
All right, go ahead.
Sure. So Monday evening at the Board of Selectmen's regular board meeting, a presentation was given to them by the chairman of the Council on Aging, and we in fact presented a name change of the senior center. So while we will always be the senior center and we will always be the Council on Aging, the official name of our building will now be Plummer Place, home of the Northbridge Senior Center. And for those of
Yay.
you who have lived in town most of your life, you know that our building was the former Plummer School. The area of town that we are in, Plummer's Corner, Plummer's Landing, Plummer's Park, were all named after a very important town figure, Israel Plummer. And Harry was just giving me a little bit of background on him, but my chairman of my council did extensive research as well, and she did a wonderful presentation. And if anybody's interested in learning more about that gentleman, let us know. We'll love to share that information.
Yes, I mean, well, we don't want to get into too much of that, but
No.
we were talking about the bicentennial.
Yes.
There was a book put out by the town, I have a copy here. It's an extensive history of the town, from the start, the Indian deed, and everything
Oh,
else.
wow.
So,
Neat.
if you're really interested, there's something, it's at the library,
Good. Oh, good.
but it's in a
Okay.
lot of homes, because they sold a large number of them.
Oh, that's neat. I wonder if we might even have one at the
I
center.
bet you
I'll have
do.
to look.
I'll bet
Yeah,
you do.
I bet we do.
But you can get a lot of information out of that.
Yeah, it's great. It's just so interesting to learn things, and being a resident just only, for me, for only 19 years, it's so neat to work in the community and learn so much more about it. But we really are here to talk Tai Chi, and I invited Ron to come on this evening because we are offering classes. Now, while they're not in person, we are using the platform Zoom. You know, not everybody is,
Yeah, when it comes to
Zoom
seniors, I don't
friendly.
know how many people are,
Yeah.
no.
yeah, I was gonna say,
No. So we're hoping that maybe this show tonight will promote a little bit if somebody wants to learn how to use the Zoom. We're also wanting to maybe do some other things, like we were thinking about maybe having him tape a class and we could
Yes.
air it.
oh, yeah, that would be easy to
Yes,
do, yeah.
I think that would really get into the homes of folks that don't have devices with the internet.
We could actually tape it here,
Yeah,
and we still say tape, but we don't use tape
I
anymore.
was gonna say, nobody tapes,
No, it's all digital.
and we don't cut.
Right.
We don't cut, no, it's all,
Yeah.
everything goes into a hard drive.
Right,
And this could be something that they could watch, like, we could film it at 10 in the morning on Wednesday, but you could air it two
Yeah,
or three
We
times.
we could tape it at any time,
You're right.
that's not a problem, that, you know,
Right.
just work the schedule out.
Mhm.
It gives us a lot of flexibility.
Right,
If you know, do it live is a little tougher, because then you have to schedule in.
right.
But taping, we can do while we're playing another show.
Yeah, and
Right.
if we move forward with this idea, I could teach it more. I'll tape 2 or 3 in a row,
Yeah, that's
and
the
then
other
you
thing
could
do.
have it where it be more of the class type situation, where it's just I know Zoom's difficult. I've
It is.
taught it a few times, and even when you're teaching it, you're trying to work the computer. You're trying to see
Yeah.
who's doing what, and am I in the screen? Am I?
You
So
don't get
there's
the
a lot
same
to it.
resolution.
What's that?
No.
You don't get the same resolution as you do with our cameras.
Okay. Yeah.
Because in most cases, you're using
Right.
the camera on the computer,
Right.
and it's not equivalent to these.
Right. Either
No.
I'd be stepped too far back, where I'd want to demonstrate a little bit more of like a hand wrist
Right.
type thing. So then I'd be too close, and then they wouldn't see what the core is.
Yeah, see, where our director in the control room could
Mhm.
zoom in, zoom out.
Right.
All right.
I think it just
We're gonna
would
keep
be-
you busy in there.
But that would be good. I'd
think
enjoy
it'd be-
watching that.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Okay, we have a plan.
Yeah.
But in
Yeah.
the meantime,
All right. Well, in the meantime, I probably, well, I can plug myself, I guess.
Mhm.
I teach Tai Chi in the pool, right
Oh,
up at the
community
community
center.
center, right?
Yeah,
And it's a good turnout. They limit to 10 people, just the whole space
yeah, well,
and
now,
all that.
yeah.
Right.
'cause
So
up
I've
to the
had 7
COVID, right?
people, 6 people. So it's close to capacity, but that's something that's done Wednesday morning. If anybody's around that's a member there, they can
Do you have
just
to be a member of,
right now that just to kind of keep things more under control where it's members, because they did offer that like a 2-week free membership,
yes.
or you could pay a just a come-in fee type thing.
Well, I know
Yeah.
they need the membership, they need the money, because they took a big hit,
they sure did.
Yeah.
especially when they lost the daycare.
Mhm.
That was a big hit for them.
Yeah.
That was their
Yeah.
primary source of income.
Right, but they're coming along. They're doing good. It's I wish I could say I could see like we talked last time about the day, like what's going to happen next. What's going to happen next?
Right.
So they keep moving the goalpost on us. So, but hopefully we'll be able to have some live classes back at the senior center. That the room up there is unbelievable. It was a school.
Right.
So that was a class, maybe probably 2 classrooms. They might have taken a wall out. I don't know, but it's a good sized room.
Well, can you go back to classes now if you do the
That
distancing?
we haven't got
So,
the
yeah.
go-ahead yet.
So I would have to.
You have to go to the Board of Health on that?
Exactly,
Oh, okay.
which I'm in the process of planning, so I have to come up with a written plan. And I just want to know the guidelines because currently I'm a member of the Whiten Community Center, and the classes that I attend, we have to be 14 feet apart,
Wow.
which is big space.
Yeah.
6 feet to 14 is
Yeah, it's more than double the area.
exactly.
Right.
So I just want to kind of look at all the guidelines again, because if that were the case, we probably could only have about 4 people in that room.
Right.
But if it was less than the 14, we could probably squeeze in maybe about 6. or-
Right, because we had anywhere between probably 6 and 15 people coming to the classes when we had them
Prior
live
to.
there.
Yeah.
So that was, it was a good. I mean, I enjoy it's done so much for me. That's why I like teaching it. I guess is one way to say it. So I just enjoy. I'll teach it senior centers in the pool. I've gone to businesses
And parks.
and parks. Yep.
It's,
out in the
it's
park. I'll
catching
just-
on. I mean, there's a lot of people doing it now, right?
There is. I mean, it's probably maybe 50 years behind what yoga was.
Oh,
When yoga was around in the beginning, I guess, in
yeah.
the United States or whatever. It just really didn't take off, and it's just. But now it's more. I mean, there's yoga clothes, there's yoga,
But now,
yoga TV shows.
Right.
is yoga
So-
more, it's more women are into yoga than men, right?
I would say more women are into it. Yes, it's just.
With the Tai Chi, it's kind of 50-50, isn't it?
I do get a good mix. I get gentlemen that, when they were younger, used to take like a karate class or
Yes.
kung fu or something. So they call them katas, or just the moves that we do. So they're all very similar. Even yoga. When I ask somebody when they're new to a class, have you done yoga? Have you taken any type, what's your background? And just to kind of put them at ease that really all of this, meditation, even if you just did a meditation, they're all from the same tree, is kind of how I explain it. So a lot of them are very similar. They might have different names, or just, it's all from the same tree is basically how it is. It's just a nice way of just changing things up. Even with the Tai Chi, there's a little bit of a different ones. And it's probably like the 5 most popular are just family names of the Tai Chi. And they're different styles, but they have the same basic foundation of it. Just like, and I'll use the example, it's, you make spaghetti sauce, okay? You make spaghetti sauce, everybody, but yours
But to
is a
make it
little
all-
bit
it makes it
different. Yours,
different, yeah.
So some moves are just, oh, that's my family style.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's 2 steps. Oh, no, 1 step. So they change it up a little bit, but when you know the basics, and that's what I tell my students too, you get to know the basics. If you're out in, Needham, and when I work and travel around, if I'm in Cambridge or something, and you see more people, you're right, in the parks doing it,
Yeah.
or a different, the Y or somebody else offering a class, you could walk in and follow along and just see, okay, they're going to go a little bit different, but the breathing techniques and the balancing, all that is really, you can't change up too much. You have a right hand, a left hand, a right foot, and a left foot. So it's just a combination thereof, and everybody just does it a little bit different.
I know, as well as 1970, in 1970 when Nixon opened the door to China,
Mhm.
and the big thing that was, everybody was amazed by how many people were into it in China.
Yeah,
And the elderly would go, especially the elderly.
there's lots
Every
of
morning
groups.
in the
Right.
park.
Yeah, right. They would meet in the morning and do it.
Yeah,
And again, there's different styles where there's, a morning set and then an evening set
Oh, interesting.
type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, and again, it's the whole Eastern Western culture where the just medicine, for example,
right.
and how they believe how the energy flows.
Yeah, well, that's the idea behind acupuncture.
Yes, yeah, same idea. So they have that, and instead of writing a prescription or taking a pill, they'll find the energy for your toothache is whatever. They'll put a
Yeah.
needle there.
I know, I told people it had acupuncture and they swear it worked great.
Yeah. I mean, you could go and get it just for like a relaxation
Yep,
type thing, but I mean, you get specific if you have allergies, if you have a toothache. They have their charts and their 5,000 years of studying. So it's something to it. It's
doesn't Tai Chi help you in that respect too? If you have allergies and things, if you do the right exercises, sometimes it can change, because it changes the body's energy flow, right?
right. Well, I mean, you can get into just the energetic body, but then just the idea of a certain way of breathing. And I was and again, I tell everybody that you're always a student, and I'm always doing a workshop, a seminar, watching a YouTube thing, whatever, and watching other instructors give their classes. So a lot of it I get it's borrowing from other instructors
Who are
on
you
it.
learning from?
But it was interesting. He was talking about the how like your stomach area and all that is just your immune system.
Right,
A lot of it, 70% is in the gut in this area right here. So and we're going to do some demonstrations a little bit later, but I'll
fun.
show you guys some moves that you could do to help boost your immune system.
which is
Nice.
very important right now with,
Mhm.
with the COVID going around.
Yeah.
We're going into flu season,
Mhm.
and I like to be natural on my resistance.
Yeah.
I don't wanna go get the shots.
No. And you can keep it as basic as your nutrition, just eating healthy,
Yes.
get enough sleep.
I think that's the biggest factor. People
Yes.
they want to stay up and watch television all night. You gotta get to sleep.
Oh, right. You do have to, like, again, they didn't have TV back in the old days, or back in China or whatever, but they just knew they had to just calm the mind.
Well, when the sun went down, you went to bed because what else could you do?
Yeah,
And when the sun came up, you got up.
that's it. Yeah,
So you got more sleep in the winter because those days were shorter,
yeah.
but you needed more then.
You did, right.
And there's a whole, again, anything, if you want to look up anything for, again, I don't know why I'm thinking of toothache so much, but.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but you know,
But
that's the one thing. If you get one, you can't get a dentist. You're out of luck,
Yeah,
and they're hard to get into right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so to ease the pain,
right. There's a, you would type in TCM, traditional Chinese medicine. So you can do TCM for toothache, TCM for allergies, and they would give you either, depending on the site, either some herbs to take, or some breathing techniques, or some stretches, or some acupressure points. When we say acupuncture and acupressure is the needles, but you could use acupressure on certain parts of the body and just hold it in.
Right. Well, medicine, Western medicine talks pressure points.
Oh, do they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if they talk it as much anymore. Back when I was in Scouts in first aid, we used to talk about pressure points a long time ago. It's hard to
Yeah.
remember, but at certain spots that
right.
to slow bleeding down or stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, here's a good tip right here. Speaking of pressure points, and the way the story goes, again, they had to walk everywhere from town to town to town.
Right.
And they would get tired after a while. So what they would do is, and it's called the 3 mile point, and it's an acupressure point. You measure, it's your kneecap, and they would measure by their fingers. So everybody's would be a little bit different. So you would measure down from the kneecap, your 3 fingers, and right in there. So they would massage that, and then they could walk another 3 miles.
Oh,
Interesting.
So
Wow.
try that if you're out
Okay.
and you're out walking, and just stop and just
well, you know,
measure down.
That'd
and
be about the area where the muscle attaches.
now see that we could get a doctor in here and he could give you a modern explanation of it.
Yeah.
But somehow they figured that out back then. And just that little
I'm
massage
the
of that
father
area.
of a doctor.
Oh, okay.
But no, that would be about where the muscle attaches
Okay.
to the top of the leg.
Yeah.
Right,
So I could understand that, where it would ease off the tension,
Yeah.
right,
because it gets tensed up and
Yeah.
stiff
Right.
from walking,
right,
and that would ease it off.
yeah,
Right. And the other one when I was just showing, I was doing this point right in here. This one, I mean, you get a little zing when you find the right
Ooh.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Ooh.
with that'll instead of getting a cup of coffee at 3:00, just do a little massaging right
Gives you-
there.
oh,
Little
gives
zing.
you-
Yeah,
gives
kind
you
of.
a lift.
Yeah. Or like, if you
Wow.
maybe driving a long time in the car or something like that. I don't want to say put it on remote control and stay with your feet, but you could get out and
Well, pull over.
pull over, do some
Yeah.
some massaging, take some breathing exercises. So again, I'm going to show a few immune boosting, I guess.
No, that's a
We'll
good.
talk about that.
That's something good to know right now.
Yeah.
I mean, and to do it naturally, that's the best way.
definitely.
I mean, I'm 72, so I am on a lot of pills because that's what doctors do. It's an automatic thing.
Yeah.
We're going to put you on this, this, and this. And even when I had AF, arterial fibrillation.
Okay.
I had it, Dr. Dahl found it in December, and I had it right up until July. And it went away.
Now, did you get on the Mediterranean diet or
No,
do any
I
changes?
I
or-
did everything. The only thing I did was I stopped drinking caffeinated products.
Yeah.
And I only drink decaf coffee now,
Uh-huh.
and limit how much.
Right.
But I got that Cardi app.
The app.
The app. It's an app that gives you an EKG on your phone.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very, I mean, the technology today is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Cost me $85 from Amazon.
Yeah.
And I checked myself with it, and for the longest time, it kept saying possible AFib, possible,
yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Then one day, it says normal.
Yeah.
Well, I printed out a copy of it from the phone,
Mm-hmm.
and I dropped it off with my cardiologist, and he said, yeah, you're right, it went away.
Yeah.
He said, that does happen.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
So,
Well, a lot of things, and again, it could have been the consistency of getting rid of the caffeine.
right. Also, I mean, I'm on a couple of drugs for it, too.
Mm-hmm.
They immediately put you on a blood thinner, and also another one, but I can't be able now. Because you could end up having a heart attack from it,
Yeah.
because it's an irregular beating of the heart.
Uh-huh.
It would go whoop every now and then.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the valve isn't working in
Right.
coordination, all the valves. So they give you a blood thinner because you can get a blood clot.
Right.
And so I'm still on all that. And so he told me, no, you don't get off anything. You gotta stay. I said, why not? No. And of course, I had to talk to him on the phone.
Okay.
We don't visit.
I was
we
gonna
don't
say,
visit
yeah, you better
doctors
tell the
anymore.
truth. He's what?
Yeah. Because you don't visit doctors anymore. They talk to you on a telephone. I said, that's a heck
Yeah.
of- I'm not happy with that, but yeah. So I don't know, but maybe my lifestyle. I've exercised all the time,
Yeah.
and that might have helped too.
Yeah.
Combination of the
Yeah.
medication and the lifestyle change is,
Yeah.
yeah. So, anyway.
All right. Well, do you want to get
Yeah,
up?
we
and
want to
we'll-
get some. Yeah, we're gonna have some demonstrations here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I still, last time we were here, we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got to
Yeah,
do that
yeah.
too. Yeah.
You can feel it.
That's something. Okay,
Yeah.
remind me. We're going to
Okay.
do the energy ball too.
Okay.
Okay.
But, camera a little high. Should I back up a little bit?
Should we back up?
No, he'll.
Oh, okay. You can adjust
Oh,
us. There we
There we
go.
go.
I'm high, I'm low. Okay. All right. So basically, and again, I tell everybody just be an open-minded skeptic when we talk about energy flow and chakras and meridians and pressure points and all that stuff. So, sort of the things we're going to work on tonight is the lower power center, sort of our gut, and then there's the heart center, and then what's called the wisdom center, or again, we talk about yoga, it's the third eye. So there's different terms, and I don't want to get bogged down with different names or anything like that. But, so what we're going to do first is we're going to find our belly buttons. Everybody at home, do this. And then you measure down with your 3 fingers, and then you want to visualize the width of 2 fingers going in. So it's sort of, that's your, like you want to trust your gut. So again, the different cultures borrow, it goes all the way back to this. Like we say, oh, our gut feeling, or,
Yeah.
should I cross the street now? Should I buy that? It's like, should I eat that? How long's that salad been in the refrigerator? It's like, nope, my gut says don't do it. So there's your gut. And the other thing with this point too is, if I had a pole and I could balance, that's your center.
Center of gravity.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, or like you see, like the sumo wrestlers where they, whooah,
Yes.
and they, or the football player, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
again, it goes back and forth from modern days to ancient days. So, and this is, now to get into a little bit deeper, this is your source, this is you connecting to you. And then when we move up to the heart center, obviously, right here, it's the idea of this is you connecting to others.
Right.
So when you see like a movie or something, they'll be like, oh my goodness, well, oh, he's so nice. It's,
Right.
oh, look at you today. Everybody does this, different cultures. Okay?
Oh, yes.
Or if they're having a heart attack,
Well, yeah, they're connecting like, help me,
Yeah.
And then the third eye or the knowledge center, the wisdom center, again, that's this area right here.
Uh-huh.
And again, you see different cultures and customs. It's like, ay, 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 or show me a sign. What the heck's going on? You're connecting to, and we can say source, Mother Nature, God, higher being, whatever it is. That's your connection there. So those are the three major power centers that we kind of use. So when we talk about staying healthy, you could do something just as simple as just go clockwise and you can go 3 large and then 3 medium and then 3 small. And again, it's the numerology, like the feng shui, it's 3, 6, 9. I don't want to say lucky numbers, but it's something to do with the whole Eastern culture and all that there.
Well, counting in threes
Okay.
is very important in a lot of cultures. It's all through the Bible.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Right.
I'm not going to argue with the Bible.
No.
Right. And
Yeah.
in Eastern cultures, it's very important too.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and again, and this is something in massage school too. Again, all your intestines and everything like that. If you have blockage or whatever, and it's the 4 corners. So you would massage, but then when you get to the top, you give it a little extra over to the side and down like that. But just for the Tai Chi, and one of the moves that we do, we just circle. And we'll talk about the breath in a minute, but just remember to breathe. Rule number 1, remember to breathe. And rule number 2 is nobody falls down.
No.
Okay. The other one right here, and again, I got this from a Chinese, a medical doctor, is the same idea where he found his dantian, and you would push in. And again, it's consistency. So you don't want to start off, bruising yourself and
Right.
but just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you bring it up. Da, 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 da. Bring it up. 9 times. Like that. Because he goes 3 times good, 6 times better. He goes 9 times, you'll never get sick. I'm like, wow, that's a good statement. He said it, not me. But we'll use that. I mean, there's so many, it's been around thousands of years, so there's no way I know everything. There's no way everybody knows everything about it.
Well, from a physical standpoint, you might be putting some things in line because, you twist around, we move around, we do different things.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can throw things out of whack a little bit,
Right.
and that brings them back in line.
Yeah, so that's another good one you could do. Is I don't want to overcomplicate things, but it's just simple. Just start and come up.
We a lot of people have indigestion, acid reflux.
Right.
Right.
Well, your stomach is loaded with acid for digestive purposes.
Mhm.
But at the bottom of the esophagus, where it connects to the stomach, there's a little trap door. And that can get stuck open.
Right.
Oh, and then the
Right.
acid will.
Yeah.
And the acid will come up and it'll burn your esophagus.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to Google TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, for acid reflux.
Yeah.
And I bet you there is some sort of,
Well,
in
if
that
you- if
area,
you-
some
if-
sort of tapping.
If you work around that area where your
Yeah.
stomach, at the top of your stomach, where that little door is,
Yeah.
it'll come down and it'll close off and it won't let the acid come up.
Hey. You didn't know you were going to get all this knowledge tonight, did you?
Right.
So one of the other sayings that they have, well, again, in the Western, we say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Theirs translate is 500 claps keeps the doctor away. And what they consider a clap is more of a tapping. And tapping is done, there's another whole realm, and it's called tapping, where they just, what do they say different things. I forget the name of what do they call it. But they talk about things, and it just gets the whole body going. But what we're going to do is you make like a little cup, because right here is an energy point. So we're packing the energy, the chi, And what you do is you go up the outside of the arm, and then you go down the inside. And again, you build up to it to where you can, and you see them, come on, let's go, guys, come on, let's go. And they get excited about, are they doing Tai Chi? I don't know, they're just excited about the game, and they want to hit that home run or whatever.
Well, you know what, we're all got this circuits going through us.
It's
wiring,
electricity, right.
called nerves,
Yeah.
but it's wiring,
Yep,
Right.
and you're actually loosening it up.
that's what it is, yeah.
It's like the old days when the TV didn't go on, you gave it a whack on the side and it worked. So that's, because you had a loose
Yeah.
connection.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, you're making that loose connection get back to work.
and that's how they talk about it, where the energy flows up the outside and down the inside.
Right.
And if you bruise easy, or you don't want to be doing this, and people in the other room saying, what the heck?
Right.
You could brush.
Yeah.
So you could brush
Oh,
up
okay.
and brush down. So you want to do both arms, and the same thing with the legs. And when we get a class going, I can show different, I can adjust it to if you're in a chair, or your balance is off, or whatever like that. A lot of these you can do sitting down.
Okay, nice.
Because, I mean, the balance is something you want to improve, obviously, because again, the biggest fear is falling.
Yeah.
And it isn't the fall, it's like, I fall, I'm gonna break something.
Right.
And then I have to
Well,
go
when
in the
you're older,
hospital,
yeah.
and then I'll get sick in the hospital,
Yeah.
right?
It's a whole
Yeah.
chain reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Tai Chi, and again, there's so many things out, Harvard Medical School, it's just different, all these different ones that do the research on it. And the simplest way, I guess, to explain it is, the more that you build muscle up, so the muscles send a message to the bones, hey, you better get stronger, we're getting bigger.
Yes.
And then the bones send the message to somebody, and they make the T cells or something, and that gets the bones stronger. So Tai Chi develops bone strength. And it isn't by lifting weights. We don't use weights. What we do is, and again, visualize. And this is a great move right here, where we just, you bring the arms up, and it's I'll do it simple. It's up, in, and down. So Halloween's coming, if you want to think like Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah.
So they come up, in, and down. So you get this going, so you have the muscle memory. So you don't have to think about what's next. Now you can kind of round it off a little bit. And remind me, I'm going to do the breath and the energy ball before we run out of time. So, but this one right here, you want to visualize, and this is a great one when we do in the pool, because what we're trying to do when we're doing it out of the pool, we're visualizing we're in the pool, and if we had like a little floaty and it wants to bounce up, so we're controlling how that comes
All right.
up out of the water. And I'm almost up to where I want to be, and now I bring it in, and now I have those floaties, and I want to try to push them down into the water. And now they want to bounce right up, but I'm controlling. Here's the breath in. So there's massage therapy, there's breathing therapy, there's aromatherapy, all these different, and this is a great, just to do this one every day. And this is called Tiger Returns to the Mountain.
Oh.
And we all come back in,
Oh,
just
we
so
all come
everybody's on
back
the same
in.
thing.
Okay.
So when we get to doing a class, really, I'm gonna break it down.
Right.
So beginners, intermediates, if you're advanced, even the masters, one of the sayings is the masters master the basics. So you could have someone that, and again, there's not really belts or levels too much with Tai Chi. The other forms have different grades, whatever. But you get somebody that's top, they're going to be just as focused, because what it is, you can go deeper with that meaning. Like that up, in, and down, that's the basics. Then you go a little bit deeper and you visualize that resistance. And now you can go a little bit deeper and get into that, like in the zone, where you're just, I've been doing this 20 minutes. I don't even realize it, you know?
Yeah.
But you're getting all the benefits
Right.
of the three different stages of just body, mind, and then spiritual type aspect of it, or the meditation part to it. So, all right, let's do a
Yes.
quick breathing one.
Okay.
This is good. There's no commercials or nothing.
No,
We
there's
just keep
no,
going
yeah,
and going and
yes,
going.
straight through.
All right. So, all right. So let's do this one. Put one hand up here, one hand on the stomach, and just don't think about it too much. Just breathe. And if you notice, most silly Americans, we shallow breathe. We just, and it's just upper breathing.
Yes.
But when you think about it, you have the diaphragm muscle,
Right.
which is here. And what the job of that is, it pulls down to let the lungs expand. So when that pulls down, it is going to push your gut out. So we're going to just try to do it like, so when we breathe in, feel, put a good firm grip on it. So see it expand. Then when we exhale, now you can squeeze it in like you're trying to get those jeans on. So keep that squeeze in. Now take the breath in the upper. And then exhale the upper. And relax the upper and relax this. Let that come out.
Now, it should be in through the nose, out through the mouth.
That, yeah, if you want to step it up again, more on that. Again, it's hard to remember too many things.
Yeah.
It's almost like I related, like an analogy to golf. You see the guy just, there it goes, straight. But he probably hit 5,000 golf balls, and he's head down, shoulders back, knees straight. He's remembering 18 different things
Right.
before he hits that ball that he just hit it and it went straight. So again, the breathing, but you got to think about it. I'm going to expand out because I'm visualizing that diaphragm. So even the sides and the front part. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold the squeeze. Breathe in upper. Exhale upper. And release the squeeze. And usually you're going to do about 3 of them before you get a little dizzy.
Right.
But while you're doing either Tai Chi or you're painting the house or whatever, once you have that kind of muscle memory idea, you realize, oh, that was
But
Yeah.
it's a good idea to do some deep breathing
the
on a regular
techniques.
basis.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
The diaphragm's a muscle, and if you don't use it, you're going to lose it.
yeah, yeah.
And
That's a good saying. You heard it here first.
Yeah, no, it's true. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
and so it's a good idea to do deep breathing every now and then,
Mhm.
and also much more relaxing.
Yeah,
It'll relax you relax your mind, you relax
Yeah.
your body.
yeah. And the other thing, and again, the human body is just so interesting, and it amazes me how much they figured things out thousands of years ago. But the whole lymphatic system that we have, so we have the lungs, obviously, the pump
Right.
for the breathing, and then the heart pumps the blood. There isn't a pump for the lymphatic system. What the pump is walking or bouncing or whatever, or massage or whatever. So that whole, and the lymphatic system is basically, in simple terms, is sort of the janitor of the body. That
Right.
grabs all the disease and
It's
the,
the basic part of your immune system.
right. So you want to keep those flowing and keep, again,
Right.
movement is medication. That's another good
Yes.
saying.
Right.
So, and the lymph nodes, there's like, they're throughout the body, but there's like pockets more or less. So there's a good pocket like under the arm, kind of in the armpit area. So if you were thinking about, you could just massage in there a little bit. The other one is more kind of like in this upper, you call it the bikini line or whatever, this
Yeah.
area right here. So again, you could just do some tapping right there if you want while you're doing your legs. So again, down the outside, and then you come up the inside of the leg. So again, when we start the class, I'll show the variations. You can get a chair to rest on, or if you want to stand up. And now, because the goal with the legs is around the ankle, that is called a longevity point. So it's again, the acupuncture, acupressure thing. So when you get down here, you want to make sure you go around the ankles to come up the inside.
Hard to believe I get down that far, huh?
Well, see, yeah, that's awesome. And then the other area is the kidney area. And again, we don't want to bang on the kidneys, so gentle,
Right.
or they call it drumming. I don't know if I can turn.
Yeah.
So it's just gentle. You can just like play the drums a little bit. So all that area, and then we did the stomach, okay? Oh, here's another great tip. You ready? Under the eyes, right here.
Oh.
This gets rid of wrinkles. I think I told you that last
Oh,
time.
nice.
Yeah?
Ah,
We'll do this every day.
Yeah? And then under the nose, and again, these are all acupressure points. Same thing as the chin. Just like that. Yep. And the fingertips, we talked about the energy flow.
yes.
Fingertips, very powerful. So here's another good tip. This finger right here, very powerful. Yes, see? Right there, I got
Zing.
shunned. Ah! Or what's the famous painting there with God and David touching
Oh,
each
yeah,
other?
in the
Sistine Chapel up on the ceiling.
Creation.
Yep. So again, it's very powerful, and the energy that flows in there. So what we can do to use this one is, it's basically when you just, and we'll over exaggerate just for class time or whatever, but we flick, 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 and what that does, simple enough terms, is it resets the nervous system.
Oh,
So, for example, say you wanted to climb a ladder to change that light or something. Before I'd get on that ladder, I'd just go, and then I would feel more confident
this.
and grounded. Yeah, do it, like the fawns, didn't he? I don't know. But and this is the other thing I used to do with Foxy Travel when I drive the motor coach buses. You know, you do your check around the whole thing and all the
Right.
lights and all that. And I'd get behind the wheel, I'd hold that wheel, and I just, it's like, okay, we're one, we're gonna make it, you know, and it's just,
Yeah.
it's just a nice feeling of being connected. So that's another good one to do for like a balance move. So if you were gonna, again, go up a ladder, or with one of the moves, the Tai Chi moves that we do, if it's a balancing, you could just flick the finger. So yeah, so you don't have to, and again, you could do it with just the intention. So I don't want to see everybody in Shaw's tomorrow walking around like this. It's like, I just did it 3 times.
Right.
I just intentionally, boom. And the other thing with the Tai Chi, they call it Tai Chi Walking, is, well, let's back up. We kind of think of put the straight line, shoulders back, and this is how, and we're off balance just trying to walk, never mind with a few drinks.
right.
So what they visualize is there's 2 planks. So we're about shoulder width apart, and you're gonna walk on planks. But what you're gonna do is go heel first, then the toes, so I'll do it, the heel drops, then the toes are gonna grip, then the other foot comes up together and stop. So it's heel toe, bring them together and stop. And this is a nice practice to do. We'll do this walking around in the room upstairs
Right.
at the senior center, where we can walk around, and it's a hardwood floor, so we visualize we have the planks.
Yeah,
have
you
them.
have the plan.
Right.
And we just walk that heel, toe, together, stop. Heel, toe, together, and stop. And then we go backwards. So it's the toe, heel. But before we do it, we just, ha. And another visualization, you can either visualize you're holding on to a table or a chair, or you have a cane, or they used to visualize roots coming out of the palm, connecting you to the earth energy. Again, I don't want to go too deep with energy and all that talk, but that's the idea. You get grounded, you get connected. There's the breath. Ha. Ha. If there's an earthquake right now, we'd be fine. Everybody else would be shaking. But So those are some of the ideas that we go over in class. The other thing I talk about is the meditation. And one of the other terms for Tai Chi is a moving meditation. So the idea is once you learn the basics of, all right, which hand is up, which hand is down, where's the weight going to shift, one foot coming up, and you have all that kind of muscle memory, now you can go deeper. You're talking like the internally, and I feel that open up or anything that's stuck, move out, and there's my heel toe coming down. But I'm doing this without overthinking it, so I can get into that third part of that being in the zone, that meditative part. And when we do it outside, you just like, you're in the zone already. And it's like, I'm connected to that tree. I know the roots and we're just all together. So, and one of the meditations that we do, that's not a moving meditation, we call it Hug the Tree, where we visualize we're hugging a tree and we just hold it here. And the hard part for people, any culture at any time in history is, they call it monkey mind, where the mind's always ding, zing, this thought, that thought. And it could be great, wonderful thought. I'm going to Disney World, well, great. I got to pack. No, just recognize that thought and just let it go. Because guess what? Here comes another thought right behind it.
Right.
Oh, I got to get an oil change. All right, yeah, I'll change it later. Let it go. Guess what? Why did my second grade teacher never let me have? Wait, where are these thoughts coming? Right? When you think about it, it drives you
Right.
crazy thinking
Right.
about who's talking to who in here, right?
So where we do it, we're letting it
Just
go.
let it go. So it could, like I say, it could be, oh, that stupid neighbor never took his barrel. All right, yeah, the barrel's out there. Let it go. But in between, there was that nanosecond that there wasn't any thought. And that's what you try to expand on. So you get a little bit of it when you just want to think about the breath. That's all you want to think about. Just breathe in. And then you might be like, wow, I haven't thought of anything for like 5. Oh, now I'm thinking about not thinking. So it comes and goes.
Right.
Right.
But you'll never get it for that long.
Well, in meditation, you use a mantra.
Mantra, that's the word. Why didn't you tell me that when I was trying to think of that word? For the
There it
tapping. They
Okay,
tap.
mantra, yeah.
There's a tapping whole culture out there. So
Right.
they tap and they say like, I want money or whatever. They tap and it sends it into the.
Well, the most common is Aum, Aum. That's
See?
a mantra.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
let's
a
make
child
it.
of the 60s.
Okay, let's make an energy ball.
Oh,
Okay, so we're
this is
gonna.
Harry's favorite.
Oh, and this will go through the TV. We might even blow a camera
Oh,
here.
through the TV,
Yeah.
okay.
All right, so you just rub your hands together.
Maybe we'll get someone to call.
Oh, we didn't even tell anybody. You could call if you want.
Oh, they're too busy doing.
They're too busy doing
Yeah,
this.
that's good. I
Dial
hope
with
they
your
are.
feet. Okay. So you want to take 2 fingers. Remember how we talked about the energy?
Yeah.
And then we talked about the palm had a power center there. So you want to just circle, and the finger isn't touching,
Oh.
but it's just circling around. There we go. If I go this way, yeah. So you can see it almost. And again, you're making it yours. So if this is your speed,
Oh, good job, Harry.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
You see,
Yeah, or you can go
focus on that.
faster. All right, and then what you want to do is you want to take a breath in and reverse. And for me, I did this for almost 2 years in classes, and I'm like, I don't feel nothing, and everybody else is, wow, this and that.
Oh, I can feel it.
Yep. Okay, so now what you want to do is separate the hands, palms are facing each other. And there's a couple different options. Right now, you might start feeling that little pulse, or you can try this one. Try shearing, just up and down a little bit, because the 2 the palms are where the energy's coming out of. Or you can do it out, and then if you visualize maybe like 2 magnets, and you're trying to push a magnet together, and then pulling it out, So we're building our chi ball right now. And I tell everybody this is that when you see movies or whatever where, you know, they can use it for good or for evil. So we're going to use this one for good. And a good one, they say, is to visualize maybe more of a golden white light. But yours might be like a chrome or a fireball, or it might just start to get bigger. You don't want to lose that connection. So you make yours, whatever size it is, visualize that golden white light now, and we're going to send it to whatever you want. Now your intention is whatever you want it to be. So you can send it out to somebody, just take a breath in, just let it go. And then the tiger returns to the mountain.
Oh.
Aha, good, good, good. So the other thing with the energy ball, again, if I want to send it to Mendon, I don't have to be like Mendon. It's going to find that person. Or, again, just to get a little far out there maybe, where you could give it to yourself a couple of different ways. You could do the, just send it out, and it's going to zoom like the Flash there going around the earth. It's going to go right down the East Coast, down around the equator, come, boom, and hit you right in the back. And that's a crazy statement, but consistency of doing it and feeling it and getting the energy and having the intention, whew, and it takes seconds to come back to you. But the better one, oh, I don't want to say it's better, but a different one, more for the healing or whatever, is we make the energy ball, so just circle around, and then when you're ready, you reverse it. And then when you're ready, you pull it out, face the palms, and just start to build it, play with it, just pack it in, visualize that golden white light for healing. Now you take that energy ball and you bring it up, and this is the crown chakra, and we're just going to drop it down. And you can think about you need it in your shoulder or your stomach, or you can just do it as a full body cleanse. And it just goes right out. And any extra, guess what? We recycle back into the earth.
Oh.
So it's a nice way. What's that when they say if the mask drop in the plane, put it on yourself first before you help anybody?
Right.
Yes.
So make an energy ball for yourself first.
Right.
It just feels so much better.
Yeah.
Now I'm able to help others, or just
Exactly.
people see you like, what's up with this guy? He looks happy. Or,
So if you see me in my office and I'm doing this, Ron,
yeah.
it's because I'm helping myself before I help my seniors.
Either that or she's ready to make it for evil here.
I like that.
Good. All right. Well, I wanted
It's
to show a few of those. And like I say, we'll get into the classes. What I teach, it's called Yang Style, which is the family name. So it's Yang Style 24 form. So we learn 24 moves or dance steps or whatever you want to associate it with.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's sort of that's the full body workout. And it takes about 6.5 minutes. It probably takes you 2 years to learn it, and then another 2 years to go deeper, and then another 2 years to kind of get into there's another little story with it, with a guy train. He went over to China when he was going to train with a master, and so he's telling him all about himself, and oh yeah, I've done it. Master goes, you know nothing. He goes, you know a little bit. That's it. It's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, even just tonight, anybody that watched, or you guys, you probably know more about it than 70% of the people in the whole valley, probably. You know, and again, it's the consistency of doing it, and I have testimonial letters from students that it blew me away when I asked for them. I said, you don't have to sign them, you don't have to, but just reading them, it's like, this has really helped me with my balance. I feel more confident now when I can go downstairs, or it's helped me concentrate. Again, there's so many things that it benefits you from.
Right.
You know, I always believe that your mind can make a difference on how your health is.
True.
And that you can think yourself healthy.
Yeah.
You know, I got arthritis in my knees. Doctor said, oh, you gotta get, I don't want a knee operation.
Right.
People end up worse off. And I was at one
Sometimes.
point, I had a cane, I could hardly walk. I'm talking quite a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Had to be over 10 years ago. I cured it myself. I mean, not perfect,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna run a marathon, but I do pretty good.
Yeah.
So what did you do?
I just kept
Exercise.
exercising
Yeah,
and
keep
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
use them. You gotta use them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was painful sometimes, but I didn't give up.
You're right. And that's the consistency. That, if you want to know the secret, and I'm not just saying Tai Chi with anything, it's consistency.
Yeah,
It's true,
I told you I cured myself of AFib.
right?
Yeah.
Well, exercise and doing the right things, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even got my sugar down. You know, they keep finding these things. I make them better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's simply by common sense in a lot of ways.
Yeah. And then the
But you
more
gotta get the
advanced,
electrical flow right.
yeah, the more
Right.
advanced yogis or meditators, where they hook them up to and they can slow their heartbeat down.
Yes.
So again, it's you want modern science and machines to prove what they've known for thousands of years, how to do it, and it's healthy. There's
Most
no-
important is keep your mind clear. Don't hold grudges. And just relax about everything. Nothing's going to make anything any better by worrying about it.
Yeah. Yep. I was just trying to think of that one. What's the one? You never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. Like you can't take it with you.
That's right.
You can't take it
That's
with
right.
you.
Yeah.
This is
When the
true.
time comes,
Let
the
it
time
go.
comes. So hey, we're going to have to wrap it up.
Yeah.
You're gonna-
Will you look at that?
Did you want to talk about this lovely pumpkin?
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
You guys.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys see that?
Yeah.
A friend of mine actually makes those. She
Oh.
she
That's
made
a
me my
t-shirt.
shirt. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I have T-shirts, and you can just get a hold of me through Kelly or whatever. And she does pumpkins with family names or businesses. You could stick them in the thing, but it's an artificial one.
I would say it's nice and light.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice and
okay.
light.
Yeah.
And it lasts a long time.
And when I had it out on my
Year to
porch,
year.
Yes, yeah.
yeah, the wind. I heard the wind. I got up at 4 in the morning. I went out my porch and took it in.
Oh, yeah.
I was afraid I'd find it
Yeah, so light will
down
blow
with the
away.
garbage
Right.
barrels with everybody else. But yeah, so yeah, really nice job.
Yeah.
So I plugged them. I plugged the community center for the swimming. Let's see. I said hi to Foxy Travel. I told them today I was going to be on TV. I'll put a
Good.
plug
Hi,
in.
Foxy.
Yeah. Who else am I forgetting? I don't know. But yeah, support your local businesses.
Definitely.
Come down and
Especially
to the
now.
senior centers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Find out. I mean, again, it's a hidden jewel with everything that's there
Absolutely.
and all the
Yeah.
things that they
And
offer.
just keep calling us and check on our status, see what our plans are, because we're slowly moving forward. So we hope to see you all soon.
All right.
Okay.
Tai Chi it is.
We'll be back next
Signing
week
off.
with About the
Signing off.
Valley. And we'll be back next month with Kelly.
Right?
Whoosh.
Oh yeah, we're gonna release it. Oh, nice.
Very good.